go first? Why not? Both?
Yeah, for both of you.
Just both?
Yeah,
Oh,
very
okay.
good. Yeah. Nice win. A couple goals there. Just overall pace of play, and how you guys felt about the win tonight.
Yeah, it's so good. We playing to a long time. It's so good, and today it's to overtime. Wednesday we lose to shootout, but today is feeling so good and nice goal. I don't know who is doing a score, Goose or Firkus, but
I think they gave it to
it's
Goose.
so good. Yeah.
Last week or earlier this week, Coach mentioned getting some of the rookies here into some pressure spots, penalty kill, power play. Just overall, how you both feel playing in those big spots.
It's pretty good. We have a little bit mix, I will say, older guys and younger guys, and yeah, we have in power play and PK some younger guys, so they're just learning, so it's good for us.
Way through the regular season already, and a lot of ups and downs, but this last few games have been really incredible. Just wondering how you guys are feeling about coming together, or are you still coming?
I think the start was not great. Obviously, we have a new coach, new guys here, so yeah, I think now with everything set up, and yeah, we have a couple guys call up, and I think the younger guys playing pretty good, same like older guys. So we just building every game, and yeah, I think everybody just feel better and better.
It seemed like that in the first period when they got up, you guys were trying to force the shots, but as the game went on, you began to move around and open up spaces to get good shots. Did you guys talk on the bench about that, or?
Yeah, we did. I think we start pretty good. We have a couple chances, but they scored 2 goals, so we was a little bit down after. But yeah, we just talking in the locker room after the first period. We need to be better in kind of areas in the D zone, and yeah, we was better, and we have a couple chances. We score, so I think it's good.
You guys now, I think it's 6 or 7 games with a point streak. Obviously, very good for you guys. You feel like you guys are really developing some good chemistry with the team?
Yeah, what I say, we playing a long time is so good, and this team feeling so good, and everybody playing this team, and every night we try to win and doing everything if we win.
What did it feel like to be down? You guys were down 2, obviously, early, but to be able to find your guys' way back in this game, especially with a lot of the young guys doing a lot of big plays in the game.
Yeah, I think it showed the strength of the team. We lost 2-0, and yeah, we done it for 3-2, so it shows how the team is strong.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks,
thank you.
guys.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
less serious note, how was that not your goal at the end of the game? We've been talking about it for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I haven't really watched the replay yet, but a goal is a goal. We won the game, so that's all that really
That's
matters.
right. Win's a win. Earlier this week, I just asked Yanni and Edward. The coach talked about a lot of you rookies, young guys, being in big pressure spots, the power play, the penalty kill. Just talk about what that means for a guy even like yourself to be in that, to have the trust of your coach to be in a big pressure spot like that.
Yeah, it's super important. Obviously, being a younger guy, you want to work for those opportunities to be in big spots to help your team out, and having the confidence to go out there and make plays right now is a big thing for me. And having Lax out there, making sure that I'm doing my job right, and reminding me of details that he wants me to pick on and I guess learn. It's important, and for a younger guy, it's something that you appreciate from a coach.
Correct me if I'm wrong with your line with Yanni and Luke. You guys have been getting quite a bit of ice time, and looks like the three of you are clicking pretty well together.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think we've created a little bit of chemistry together, and I think that's a big thing throughout the season is just trying to find the guys that you click with. And I think those two, they're really good players. Yanni has a really, really good shot that can score from anywhere. You saw that tonight. And I think Kenny just has the mindset that he's going to win every puck battle, and that's something that there are two players like that playing together. It's pretty easy to play with.
I think we've talked already this season a lot about the young guys, the rookies on this team. Everyone knew you guys had talent. What did it say, especially tonight, to see all three goals come from a rookie in the net who played really well? You guys seem to be adjusting to the pro game pretty well. How do you feel about the way you guys played tonight specifically?
Yeah, I think it was a good game. It was like he said earlier, just the opportunity that Lax is putting us in. It's something that you want to go out and shine and help your team out and win a game, but at the same time, it's just so important for confidence for a younger guy. I mean, coming to the pro game, that's kind of what you work for, is trying to get those opportunities and make the most out of them. And I think through every rookie throughout the year, I think we've all shown up in different games, and tonight was just I guess all four effort from all of us.
When you came here, did you feel like, I mean, obviously you were a confident player, but did you feel like you'd be able to adjust to the pro game as well as you have and as some of the other rookies have?
Yeah, I honestly do, 100%. I think that's just the confidence thing. It's as you go along throughout the games, you get more confidence. And I think that's the biggest thing for me specifically is just when I'm playing with confidence. I think that's when I'm playing my best game. And obviously, it takes a little bit of time, but I think, like you said, I think I've adjusted pretty well, and just moving forward and trying to take steps every single day. And that's kind of what they emphasize on me.
So you're 20% through the season already. It's amazing. And guys had an important win, obviously, tonight, and things are coming together. I'm wondering, with it still being early, how many adjustments are still coming? Or are you guys seeming like the lineups are really starting to fit together and you kind of understand a little bit more?
Yeah, I think this is, like, obviously, it's my first year, so it's quite a change for me. But in this league especially, there's lots of players up and down, players that are hurt. So you just have to go with the flow kind of thing. You have to, every single night, just bring the same attitude and want to go out there and make a difference. And I think that's, 100%. Good. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
gonna work. Jagger kept us waiting. Take a sweet time. All right, Coach, nice win. Safe to say, character win. All right, down 2-0 in the first period, and just kind of battle back your second period, night and day from the first, right?
Well, I'm going
looked
to disagree
good.
with you on that.
Okay.
We played pretty darn good in the first period. Coke would probably like to have the first goal back, and that's what happens when you dominate a period and the team comes down and scores. It kind of takes the air out of the building, and now our guys are chasing the game a little bit. But I thought we played very well in the first period. There are a couple of areas that we tried to clean up in the offensive zone. We didn't have a lot of net front presence, so we made the goalie look pretty good early on. If you get some traffic in the net, then maybe you pick up some of those chances, and you have a 1-1 game or you have a 1-0 lead early in the game. And I thought the second period we took control of the game, and then we had some good penalty kills, especially in the third period. That 4-minute minor, in a 2-2 game was a huge. And then we got a big power play goal to tie the game up, and then obviously in overtime, we found a way to win. And those are 2 big points. The extra point's big for us. So at the end of the day, give our kids a lot of credit. Those are 2 young teams playing out there tonight, and you give our guys credit. I thought we probably carried most of the play of the whole game.
Talk about Coco's just present, how calm he is. Have you seen a 19 or 20-year-old that calm and at that
Yes.
age? At this
Yes,
point
I
in
have.
the game?
I had Jake Ottinger in Texas, and you see where he is now in the
Yeah.
National Hockey League. So, I'm sure it's we've talked about this before with a young goaltender. There's going to be some moments where he'd like to have back any goaltender, and he didn't have a lot of shots early in the first, and one caught him off guard, and then the second one, the puck seemed to be bouncing a lot tonight, all over the ice for both teams. I'm not sure what was going on, but he had a real solid third period for us, made some big saves on the penalty kill, and that's he got more shots in the third because of the penalty kill, and obviously he got into a good rhythm.
Coach, great team win. A lot of guys played well. It seemed like couldn't help but notice, the rookie goalie in the net played real well, and then you had really all 3 goals by rookie players. I mean, if you count Fergus with the last goal there, I think they gave it to Goose, but
Who did score? That's the $1 million question in the dressing room.
they gave it to Goose.
Yeah,
Yeah, they gave it
I
to
haven't seen the overhead or anything like that,
Yeah.
but
But to my question though is, what can you say about the rookies stepping in, really playing some really good hockey, and we're not even that far along in the season.
well, it's give our kids a lot of credit. There's a lot of moments in video sessions where we're doing a lot of teaching with the kids. We're going to have our bumps in the road. It's just going to happen. That's just the way it is. But with the young kids right now again, they're playing up and down the lineup. There's one on every line. And a lot of the younger kids are just taking a hold of it. Like Shawley's 19, he could go back to junior. So he's done a good job of taking a step here with us. He's doing everything that we're asking of him. Jagger, he's obviously a gifted offensive player, and he's learning to play a 200-foot game. Yanni Neiman, he's got a big shot, and he's a big, heavy body. He's a plow horse, right? And so we've got a little bit of everything with our young players, and that's, again, we talk about these are the next wave of Seattle Kraken. So the fans are going to be able to see these kids develop right in front of them as the season goes along. San Diego had a young team. They've got a lot of young prospects, so you saw, this is almost as close as you're going to see to junior hockey in Canada, what you saw tonight.
Coach, you put pressure on them all night tonight, and ended up prevailing. Congratulations. You're 1/5 through already a season here, and I'm wondering, lots of adjustments were made along the way, and I'm wondering how you're feeling currently with the lineups and going forward.
Well, we've got our lineup's pretty thin right now. I think we only have one extra forward tonight. We have one of our players had to go back for a family matter, so we had 6D, and then we had Goyette who sat out tonight. So we're pretty thin. Myers is up in Seattle, so we have what we have, right? And we have to make the best of it. So there's a lot of coaching going on. There's a lot of I wouldn't say line matching, just putting players in a position to survive a shift out on the ice. And they have 2 pretty good lines. Their first 2 lines, we matched up our older guys against them, Hayden and McCormick, and Winterton and Mo. They're second-year players. That's how they're considered old guys now. But it's good. You know what? The guys have worked hard. We've had a real tough stretch here. We got 13 games in the month of November. So now we got to go into Tucson. Tucson's a good team. They beat Calgary tonight, I think 5-2. So there's no easy nights in this league, and it'll be another good test for our young players.
How do these overtime wins or shootout losses affect you in that locker room? Is it really difficult when when that loss happens, or is it highs and lows there? I assume they might be.
No, you know, it's just another game. Move on to the next day. You know, it's basically a skills contest in overtime, right? And then you get into a shootout, anything can happen, right? So at the end of the day, my focus is let's try and get in overtime. Let's get that point, and let's try and get the extra point. We're not worried about the other team getting a point. If we can focus on a 2, we got 3 out of 4 last 2 games, which is great. We'll take that, especially with a young team. Our record right now, like, I hate to say it, but we could actually be 11-3, right? Just the way hockey goes, right? So tonight we battled back from being down 2. That first goal was huge. Just a really good ozone play, hunting the puck, finding Edward in the slot. Great release by Eddie. Like, that's an NHL release right there. So for the fan that's watching, he took that puck in one motion. It's in the back of the net. If you look at the second goal, the power play goal, Eddie made a great seam pass against the grain up top to Nyzy. Nyzy stepped into it, and that's a long one-timer. But that's you focus on making the goal, you make a long movement, and that was the key. So good on our young kids.
Not just this game, but over the past few games, we've seen the team really winning and achieving success. Hate to compare last year's team. There was a lot of mistakes on the ice and whatnot, but this year, this team, even with the young players, are playing really well. Tape-to-tape passes and everything looks solid. In your experience of coaching, is this typical at this level or this early in the season to have that success?
Well, you know what? So some of these young kids are high-end prospects. You know, Saleh was a first-round pick. Furcus is a second-round pick. I think Newman's a second-round pick. Newman. What show is that off of? Right. So you've got good players, right? So these are high-end players. So at the end of the day, it's just right now they're really benefiting from the ice time. There's moments in the game when I break down the video, I'll see mistakes, and we teach them, and we try and do a lot of compare and contrast, so positive, negative reinforcement for the players, and it's great to see the players take the information when you work with them, and it translates on the ice. So as the season goes along, they're going to get a lot of information. They're going to translate it on the ice or transition on the ice, and you'll see these players grow right in front of your eyes, and that's positive. It's great they've had a great start. They're going to hit the wall here a little bit. We're going to have games where, we had to sit out Furcus in Colorado. We had to, readjust him a little bit. We had to sit out Saleh early on, and that's the one thing we control as coaches is a little bit of it's not an attitude adjustment. So sometimes it's just easier to watch the game slow down a little bit, and then you put them back in. And then the goal for them is, the message is, okay, you don't want to be in that conversation to come out again. And a lot of these young players, Newman, Saleh, Furcus, are not in the conversation right now. So that's unfortunate for the other guys, but that's just the inner competition of the team dynamics. Good? Yeah, all right, you guys at the golf tournament this weekend? Yeah. Yes, sir. Good. We'll see you guys there. And don't film any of my driving because it's awful. I took a lesson yesterday.